Good morning, YouTube. This is Joe with Joe Tech Projects. I have another interesting project today. If you own a boat, you might find yourself in a particular position that I am. My boat's about 10 years old now, and the gauges are made of an acrylic type plastic, and eventually, just from wear and tear in the sun, they start to craze over like this, which can make it kind of difficult to read. It's in a surface. It's almost like scratches. The sun causes that to happen over time from the rays deflecting back and forth. So anyway, I'm going to attempt to fix that today with this polishing paper kit from 3M. Got it off of Amazon. It comes in an assortment of grit values, starting at 30 micron, which is more of a coarse grit, all the way down to 1, which is very fine. A lot of people, this is fairly newer technology for sanding. A lot of people have been purchasing this to fix headlights, and it works really well for them. And I figured, let me try it out on my really crazed gauges, because these things are about 300 bucks, and I don't want to have to spend the $300 on gauges that are in perfectly working condition. You can see the liquid crystals behind them are still working fine. So anyway, let's get started. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to start off with some emery cloth first. I'm not sure what the grit is. I don't have the, I forget what LR1 means, but anyway, it feels like it's probably about an 80 grit or so, which is a little more than I should start off with, but I think it's going to be good to kind of get a first go at it. And I'm going to try and do one side completely before I do the whole thing. So I'm going to get to sanding with this guy, and you can use this wet or dry, and you use the polishing paper wet or dry as well. So I'm going to get started. I might eventually switch to a block if it makes it easier. I figure I'll start with my fingers because I can control it a little better, but a block will make it a little more uniform, I think. So I'll probably switch to that, but for now I'm going to get started. You can see I'm already making a lot of scratches, so hopefully this works, otherwise I'm going to ruin it. Anyway, I'll get back whenever I get a little more progress. Alright, so this is after about a minute or so of sanding. What I've been doing is I start off in circles, but then I realize if I go back and forth, side to side, top to bottom, works a little more uniform. Hard to see, but you can still see the crazing in there, and that's what I'm trying to get down into, is get down to the crazing and work that out. If we pour a little water on it, kind of get a better view of the progress so far. It doesn't matter if you use water or not when you're wet sanding. The water just kind of helps keep the sandpaper clean, and might work a little better. In the automotive world, that's what they'll usually do. So I'm going to keep working. So more progress. You can see the emery cloth is working. This is after a few minutes. Just wiped it off. You can see it's starting to dry. Wiped it off with a rag, but you can definitely tell I'm starting to flatten the craze, and it's smoothing out a lot more. If I would have started with 30 micron, it would have taken a lot longer to get to this point. So I think that's the way to go, is start with something a lot coarser, and then you'll have to work your way down. Probably could have taped up all the plastic right here, but the polishing cloth is actually going to polish the plastic too, so hopefully that won't be a problem. But not a huge deal, but if you wanted to do a much better job than me, probably a little bit of more preparation would save you there, with some masking tape or something. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to get back at it. My buddies are all fishing today. I was supposed to go fishing with them, so shout out to them. I didn't go because the weather looked like it was going to be pretty bad, but obviously it's not too bad right now because I'm out here working on the boat. So I figured I'd at least come out and do something boat related since I'm not on the water with them today. Anyway, alright, we'll be back soon. Alright, so I've started with the 30 micron. I think I probably took about 0.5 millimeter of surface off of this thing so far. But anyway, I just wanted to get started with the polishing paper. I still saw some crazing, but I don't want to go down too far and start losing all my glass, my acrylic here. So, but it's wet right now, but you can see there's definitely a noticeable difference. Got most of the crazing out, I think. So I'm going to keep successively working with the different size papers, and I'll report back when I get about halfway through the papers. I've spent about 20 minutes on this so far, so I'm thinking probably about an hour per lens is what it's going to take. So, all right, be back soon. So I guess we're, I don't know, 25 minutes into this. And I'm only using so far the 30 micron sandpaper. I will admit, earlier when I was using the emery cloth, I switched to some 60 grit sandpaper for a minute, just because I started seeing that I wasn't getting all the way down through the crazing. And if you look, you can still see some crazing in there. I would assume it's probably best to get as much of it out as you can, because I think it begets itself. In other words, if you have a little bit, that starts to refract the light more and probably makes it worse. I read up on it a little bit, but I couldn't find a whole lot of science out on crazing plastic. So if anybody else wants to put in the comments what they think the cause is, feel free to. I think that'll help educate everyone. But bottom line, this polishing paper, so far I'm a believer. It is working great, and I'm gonna switch to a finer grade. I'll probably go up a couple notches in the system. I've only used the yellow one so far, which is the 30 micron. So I might switch to the light blue one here, roughly in the middle, and see where we are. All right, so I'll get back at it and report back in soon. This is another, I don't know, 5-10 minutes of sanding or so with the blue paper, the 9 micron, and you can see that it's definitely working, no doubt about it at this point. I'll turn the gauge on. There you go. You can read that easily. I could probably stop at this point and I would be happy with this being much better than the other side here, as you can see. So I'd say project successful. I'm going to keep going though. I'm going to use probably the 2 micron paper. I'll save the 1 micron for polishing my watches and stuff, because you can polish your crystals. If you have any metal jewelry, you can polish that. Just about anything really you can polish with this polishing paper. So we'll check back in as I get a little more progress. Again, it's not 100% perfect. You can still see some of the crazing in there, but you know what, it looks way better, and it beats the pants off of $300 for new gauges. So here we go. Alright, so another few minutes in here with the 2 micron paper. Just had another thought that you could probably save yourself a ton of money if you have a cell phone, smartphone or something that's got the screen really scratched up. This stuff will probably work on that. I don't see why it wouldn't. I might try that in a future video. If anybody tries that, let me know how it works out in the comments. You'll be taking a chance at it, of course, because I don't know for sure, but I can't really think of any reasons why it wouldn't work on any of the acrylic cell phone glasses, Gorilla Glass, or anything like that, really, because I mean, this is just working wonderfully on here. I'll probably come back, might even put a little wax on the screen after, just to put a little coat of polish on it. That might help protect it a little more, I guess. I don't know, some polish and wax only. Here we go. I'll clean this off for a second. Now you can see how it's progressed. I wouldn't say like brand new, but man, it is a huge difference. And that's where I'm going to stop with this one. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, post them down below. I will put the link to the product that I used on Amazon for everyone, so you can find it easily. Again, this is pretty much finished product. You can still see some crazing in there, but it is so smooth compared to the other side. I'm very happy with this. Very, very happy. Now I can see my gauges easily when I'm standing up and riding around. No problem. Alright, YouTube, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like and share it, and post some comments if you want to talk about this. Enjoy, and go check out our other videos too. Bye.